Hello. Today I'm standing right next to the beach on Lázaro Cárdenas Street. I have time in my hands. Or do I have time on my hands? I don't know if I have time in my hands or on my hands. All I know is I have enough time to do a little walk around or a little walk. So I've decided we will walk down this street all the way up to the market, the Emiliano Zapata Municipal Market, just to see what's going on here, what is new, what has changed, what places I know, what places I love. And why do we do this? Because we can. And of course, we're walking right past a page in the Sun where I just had a wonderful get-together with some dear friends. And it is always nice to be here. And right next to Page in the Sun is Poblanos. This is one of Michael Buford's restaurants.
Hello.
And I want to show you very quickly what this looks like because Michael would appreciate it. This is our friend Michael Buford's Mexican restaurant. Buenas tardes. Aquí ando de metiche. This is Poblanos. This is Michael's Mexican restaurant. We know that he has this restaurant, and he also has Bravos, and he also has Siam, Hasta Pronto. And I just wanted you to see it very briefly, in case you haven't. Across the street, of course, is the Plaza Lázaro Cárdenas, or Lázaro Cárdenas Park, where the market takes place in season. Little bar here, little bar there. So let's see what else we find interesting around here. Buenas tardes. Okay, let's see. Condos. But what else is new? Today is April 20. Today is 4/20, and it's nice to see that the primavera trees are blooming. They have been blooming for a couple of days, maybe a little bit longer. They will bloom, and then the flowers will fall, and that'll be the end of that. Buenas tardes.
You can film me, make me famous. I will see you.
Turismo alto.
En casa está tomado.
Da paseos.
¿Da paseos? Que si te lo llevas, dices.
Lots of watering holes around here. There's all these bars where people like to hang out. And of course, once we reach Ignacio Vallarta, we are at the big gay intersection because there's a lot of queer bars around here. There's Paco's Ranch, there's Mr. Flamingo, there's CC Slaughters. So this is a part of town where a lot of the nighttime gay activity takes place, but you already know that. Lord have mercy.
You know what is Santander?
Yeah. More gay bars, more gay bars, and more gay bars across the street. And here's my friend's store that we just did some video of not too long ago. My friend's Angel's store.
I thought I recognized you.
And here's my friend Paul's swimwear store, Mercurio Swim. So as you can see, there's a lot of shopping going on here. Across the street there's Don Chava, the taco place, and Trepiati, a very well-known restaurant. Los Muertos Brewing is also across the street. Great pizza and great locally brewed beer. And we get here and more condos. There's a lot of little shops here that I'm not familiar with, just because I don't spend as much time in this neighborhood as I used to. But there's Wet Dreams, which has male strippers, and there's 69, which has male strippers. And there is Pervert, it is called now, which has male strippers. And there's, look at all the primaveras, they're already falling down, which is very sad because the trees look so beautiful, but the flowers, they just don't last. And here we are on another important intersection, Insurgentes. Farmacia Guadalajara is there, obviously. And of course, the new bridge has just been opened for circulation just a few days ago. So it is nice to see that this part of the city is going back to normal as far as traffic is concerned. There used to be a time a few years ago in which it was not as common to see businesses this side of Insurgentes Street catering to the English-speaking community. But as the affluence of English-speaking folk has increased, whether it's tourists or English-speaking locals, there is just an increasingly larger number of businesses in this side of the Colonia catering to local English speakers. Buenas tardes. And I just passed some really gnarly uniformed people. We don't know exactly why they're there. Maybe they're enjoying their vacation, but why would they be wearing uniform? Beats me. Oh! This is the place where there used to be that candy bar which closed, and now it's going to turn into condos, much to the chagrin of this church, which seems to be upset because the condos are going to be taller than the church. What can I tell you? Buenas tardes.
Hola, buenas tardes.
And then we continue along the street, and before we do, I have to tell you that this stand of tacos de carnitas is absolutely heavenly. If you haven't tried their carnitas yet, you really owe it to yourself to give their carnitas a go. I don't remember the name of the stand, but it is really, really wonderful.
Pero no creas, ya no se nos queda. Todo meterle más.
Buenas tardes. There's a fun neighborhood restaurant across the street called Tony's Please. I haven't eaten there in a long time, but it used to be, I'm sure it is still, a great sit-down option in this part of the neighborhood. And of course, the beautiful thing about Colonia Emiliano Zapata in general is that the more you distance yourself from the beach, the more local it feels. And this, of course, continues to be the case. Buenas tardes. Another watering hole is coming up. This one is called Pinocho's Bar.
But you're my friend. You're my friend.
And we are now crossing Naranjo Street. This is, of course, the block where the famous Senaduría Celia is located. Senaduría Celia, right across the street, is one of the most well-known typical senadurías here in Puerto Vallarta. Their pozole is to die for, and it is a great restaurant to enjoy. And of course, we've made it as far as the Municipal Market, which is right across the street. And this is as far as we decided we would walk today. And this is about as far as we'll go. I hope you've enjoyed this little exploration of this particular street. Obviously, at this time in the afternoon, the market is closed, but it is great to see how you could still experience a lot of the gradual contrast between the very touristy side of this street and of Emiliano Zapata and the more national, more local side. I hope you enjoyed this little walk, and I hope to see you again soon. Ciao.